Hey Nintendo, one of your biggest longtime fans here. How are you? I hope your dev teams are holding up well during all of this. I know you probably won't see this, but it's worth a try. The first video game I ever played when I was a child was New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I played that game so much that my parents had to take my DS away from me at times so I could finish my homework. I was captivated by it, eccentric to continue on this adventure with Mario. My childhood self adored your mascot. After pinching my cheeks until the blood vessels popped in them, and slamming my head against the screen until I broke it over one specific part of Bowser's Inside Story, I eventually got a new DSi and a Wii with it. The Wii was my favorite console of all time. So many of the games I grew up with were on that legendary system. And most of them your own games, Nintendo. Your very own games vastly made up my childhood. They gave me a way to bond with my sister, whose relationship has been stretched thin over the years, and would have been completely shattered had it not been for games like Kirby's Return to Dreamland and Mario Kart Wii, which together we sunk thousands of hours into. I made friends at both school and church talking about games such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii. If it wasn't for Mario, in fact, I wouldn't have ever gotten to know one of my best friends, Isaac, so well. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are some of my favorite games of all time. Eventually, I got a 3DS, but that didn't last long. I only had one 3DS game on it, Mario Kart 7, before I started losing interest in games. However, one day, while at a friend's house, my friend popped a certain disc into his Wii and handed me a controller. Next thing I knew, I was fighting Mario with Fox McCloud, a character I had never even heard of before from a game I never knew existed. That was the first time I had ever played Smash Bros. Hundreds of self-destructs and one copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl later, I was set back on video games, even going as far as to study certain games. I had a Switch by that point, which I had bought a few days after release. And through Breath of the Wild and the Smash series, I was reintroduced fully to the world of gaming, specifically Nintendo. The Switch did a lot of things for me. It gave me a newfound love for Zelda. It gave me an appreciation for Monster Hunter. Through Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Monster Hunter even ended up being my favorite video game franchise. It introduced me to the Splatoon franchise as well. And then, that one fateful day, a news article popped up in my newsfeed. I clicked on it. Two Inklings swam around in a white landscape, launching ink at each other. And then, a flaming Smash Ball. Fast forward to December 7th that year, Smash Ultimate had just released. Since it was so close to Christmas, I asked for it for Christmas instead of getting it that day. That Christmas, it was the only gift I cared about. In fact, it's the only gift I remember getting that year. I know I got other things, but I can't remember them. Since then, I've mained Inkling and Ridley, competed in tournaments here and there, grinded with some great players, watched competitive play like a hawk, met some amazing people through the game, and gotten what most would consider good at it. And just at the peak of competitive Smash, when we were about to get a circuit ending in a $250,000 invitational, a certain virus started spreading around the world. People started reportedly dying from it. A small disease that had started in China had quickly spread throughout the rest of the world. Quarantine had begun. COVID-19, otherwise known as a coronavirus, had started its mass genocide like some power-hungry Let's Player rushing through Undertale. And we were all forced to hide, to live in fear. And, with that fear, the circuit was cancelled. Not only that, but almost all in-person tournaments were put to a halt as well. Smash Ultimate, however, would not give up. As the community lay in shambles with issues sprouting up, such as Nintendo's bad net play making it hard to move online, we held ourselves together, Even amid allegations of horrible things made towards some of our best personalities and figureheads, we kept together throughout all of it. And yet, in the end, it wasn't COVID that tore us apart. It wasn't ourselves. It wasn't the internal battle against each other. It wasn't the legal trouble some of these top players put themselves in, or all the toxicity this community has undergone, or the criminally low payouts of our tournaments. It was you, Nintendo. You were the thing that tore us apart in the end. Look at the Melee community. You canceled them because they wanted to play online. You never provided us with Melee net plays, so it's our job to make it ourselves. And we did. But you effectively tried to kill Melee. One of the longest running and most devoted esports scenes of all time. One of your best games ever. You tried to kill it because you didn't want us using a mod to play online, so we didn't have to venture out into the COVID-infected world and risk our lives to play our favorite game. Another community stood up for us, and you canceled your own tournament over it. Hashtag Save Smash and hashtag Free Splatoon were trending on Twitter because of you. Now, you're canceling an organization from running collegiate Smash events, Smash Ultimate events, mind you. Thank you for Sephiroth. Thank you for Steve. Those were two of my most wanted characters in Smash. But that doesn't make up for the shots you are calling, Nintendo. We are community strong. We have people willing to stand up and fight for our rights, to assemble as a people and partake in how we want to play your game. Because there's never a wrong way to play a game. You wanted to make these games as fun party games, but we are human. We will do what we see as fun, and to a lot of us, competitive Smash is fun. We have a passion, Nintendo, and the more you try to douse the flame, the hotter it gets. Please stop, because at the end of the day, this passion may be the only hope we have left. Thank you.